We've all been there. You never thought somebody would throw a tile. They have three exposures, and you know what tile they need to win. And sure enough, someone throws it as their last discard, and the player calls Mahjong. There's a house rule called Hot Wall that encourages players to play defensively to the very last tile. And that's today's daily topic for August 1st, 2025. The official rules we're going to go over first, and then we'll discuss the house rule. So, official rules provide that all of the tiles are the same. Doesn't matter if you're in the wall to the left of east or if you come back all the way to east wall. The tiles left over that we call the dice wall are treated the same as any other tiles. The National Mahjong League actually recommends defensive play up to the very last pick and discard. They discuss something called dogging the tiles, which is when you break up your own hand in order to have a safe discard, rather than discarding a tile you know another player needs to win. So this is important because the league does encourage defensive play. Another rule, which gets even more important tomorrow when we discuss cold wall, is when you're playing concealed or exposed hands, you could always either pick or call your 14th winning tile for Mahjong. You are paid double if you call a discard. You're played double by the discarder. You are played double by everybody if you pick it yourself. So now on to house rules. House rules might treat those leftover tiles in front of east wall different than other walls. You might hear the term hot wall or cold wall. Now, the league does not recognize either. And today we're going to discuss hot wall and how it impacts play. Tomorrow we'll move on to cold wall. Under National Mahjong League rules, payment is the same for a player that discards the winning tile no matter when they discard it. So if they discard it during the player across from east, or if they discard it to the player to their right, anywhere. When you get back to the wall in front of east, the dice wall, there is something known as a hot wall. And if a player, this is a house rule, if a player throws the winning tile during that hot wall, they don't just pay double, but they pay for the other two players. So double plus a second player and a third player becomes 4 times the value of the hand. That's called paying for the table. The hot wall penalizes a player when they don't play defensively. Specifics vary by table rules. Some groups use a pie, which is a limit of how much a player can lose the entire time they're playing. Additionally, because what we always say about house rules is once you make one, it's a cause and effect thing. They keep rolling. So groups that have a house rule with a pie, if they all have a house rule of a hot wall, they have to decide if somebody throws the winning tile during the hot wall, is that included in their pie or do they come out of pocket for that payment? So if somebody had a pie of $10 and they already lost all $10 and then they throw the winning tile during the dice wall, hot wall, do they pay for the table anyway out of a separate out of pocket expense? Something to discuss before you roll those Mahjong dice. Another related rule to encourage players to play defensive and strategically is players also pay for the table 4 times the value if they throw either a hot tile or to 3 exposures. So what we mean by a hot tile is from the exposures, you know they are only playing one hand, such as if somebody is playing the Winds and Dragons hand and they already have a Pung of Dragons and a Kong of Dragons, and somebody throws a flower. Now, you know in that hand, they need a pair of flowers and a run of 3 consecutive numbers and another pair of dragons. So if somebody throws a number, that wouldn't be a hot tile. But if they throw that third dragon that's not exposed or a flower, those are hot tiles. And if they play with this rule, they would pay for the table. This isn't only during the hot wall usually, but anytime during the game. So it's a hot tile, which is a tile that's obvious they might need for Mahjong, or if they throw to 3 exposures. Because usually if there's 3 exposures up, there's only 1 tile or so that it could be that they need. We hope that you enjoy this discussion of hot walls and join us tomorrow for a discussion of cold walls. Our visual companion guide for American Mahjong's updated for 2025. We included a completely updated graphic of a discussion of so many house rules. And it's really helpful because even though the league does an incredible job of keeping the rules standard, when you travel, it's nice to be able to look and see and discuss, hey, what is your rule for this? So that is included in our updated version available on Amazon. If you want to find out how to pivot, how to increase your strategy and improve your game, our PDF is $10 and on modernmahjong.com. We updated it for the 2025 card as well. This is 95 pages. You're probably not going to want to print all the pages, but you could save it to your tablet or your phone or your computer and then print the pages you'd like. We have several upcoming events. We have 2 at Pinstripes and 3 at Clive Daniels. Pinstripes in Orlando, September 10th. Aventura, Florida, September 18th. Note the date change. And then we are going to Clive Daniel Home, November 5th, 6th, and 12th. Fort Myers, Naples, Boca Raton, Florida. If you're looking to learn to play canasta, we have a virtual series starting August 4th. It's right around the corner. 75-minute classes, 4 classes each, and you could learn to play. By the end of the series, you will be playing either online or in person and ready to deal those cards. We hope that you enjoy these videos and our daily talk of the tiles. We love hearing from you, what helps and what has encouraged you to move outside your comfort zone, learn to play with confidence. So let us know what other topics you'd like to hear. We hope that you tag your friends so they don't miss out and that you like, comment, save, and most importantly, share. We hope you have a great day and a great game.